Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, May 13th. Not Friday the 13th, May the 13th. And, hopefully things are going well for you guys. We'll have some good news and bad news with the comics today, unfortunately. I did post an article last night that I hope you guys were able to take a look at. If not, I will tell you all about it here momentarily. And I have somebody new for you to meet today. However, to get started, in case you missed yesterday's video, this Sunday, May 17th, is going to be Geek Meet in Danville, Indiana, at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds. Make sure that you go to the show. It is a wonderful, wonderful show, a wonderful event. There are all kinds of shenanigans to be had, awesome things to find and see, things for you to collect and add to your collections. And there's always hard to find stuff. I mean, that alone should take you there. I mean, it's always a good show. Again, Hendricks County Fairgrounds, May 17th. Check out their Facebook or website for details, hours, parking information, things of that nature. It's going to be a wonderful time. Beyond that, we don't really have a whole lot else going on until like the Strawberry Festival here in Crawfordsville, which is also a very good show and event for families. So you can get your elephant ears. You can find those weird crafty things that you can only find at festivals. Get your face painted, get in a balloon animal, gorge yourself on cheese fries and stuffed nachos and one waffle fries and everything else. Drink enough slushy to puke green for a month. It's one of those things. So that'll be the next event that's going to happen in June. So it's down the line a little bit. But it's always fun. It's fun. I tend to run a few specials and a few things that you can only get at the Strawberry Festival. I'll have my boxes, my movie boxes. My wife will have her bows and earrings and so forth. So it'll be fun. It's always fun. But anyway, you want to meet a new friend of mine? He just came in yesterday. I worked a deal with a friend of a friend. I appreciate this guy very much. We made a mutual beneficial deal. And I think he goes well for the store. You ready? Look at that guy. Yes. Yep. He is the new addition to here at Bearded Comics. That is a life-size replica of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That is originally a Blockbuster display, one of 4,000 pieces that were Blockbuster exclusives. How it made its way from Blockbuster to me is a little bit of a mystery. I know the last couple change of hands, obviously, but that thing is wonderful. He makes a great addition to the store. Am I right? Yes. Feel free to come in and get your picture taken with them. Post it on Facebook, Instagram, your social media accounts. Just be careful with him. He is fragile, as you can see, but he's going to be here to stay for a little while. If you're interested in him, I guess we can talk. But otherwise, he's going to be hanging out and adorning the store for obvious reasons. But yes. Anyway, so on to the comics. Space Ghost number 11. Mega Man X number 3. Dead by Daylight number 2. Even with the black bag NSFW variant that you can pick up. Conan the Dragonero number 1. Lenore Ghost Story number 1. So if you're a Lenore fan, notice that there's a few foil covers here in case you are into foily things. Archie and Army of Darkness number 4. There are a handful of different covers here. Most importantly is that one. That is our friend Stuart Sager doing Stuart Sager things. I love that cover. Super cool. Gaston number 3. Right? And then today, Barbara Gordon Breakout number 1. I do have one foil cover. There's a few other covers here as well. So take those in consideration. Then we have Thundercats Silverhawks number 2. Right? This is a delayed release. This came out last week. This is the variant cover for the Batman Dark Knight re-release. This is a Frank Quietly variant. Bleeding Hearts number 4. I have several people that are starting to pick up this story. They're digging it so far. So we've got kind of up in some orders on that one. Action Comics 1098, inching ever so closely to 1100. World Tree number 20. And then a new book today, Megalith, the Olympus Saga. This is a number 1, my friends. Pretty cool book. I grabbed one of each of these kind of sketch variant covers that they did. There were a ton of different ones, but I only grabbed the ones that I thought were cool. So these are variant covers. Notice the Napoleon cover, obviously, but that is a new number 1 for you guys to consider. And then Supergirl number 13. Doing Supergirl stuff. He likes his ears scratched. Blood and Thunder number 13. Dork number 4. I know several people that are anticipating the Dork books. Facsimile Superman starring in Action Comics 583. Goodbye, Superman. We'll miss you. Geiger number 23. Digging these covers. Notice the Ghost Machine nods here on that one. Ghost Pepper number 11. G.I. Joe Real American Hero 328. This one is a variant cover for Malevolent rather, number 4. Firestorm number 2. Pretty neat covers there, right? Notice the Mr. Spears cover for that one. And then we move over here. Emperor Aquaman number 17. Witchblade number 21. And then a much anticipated Spawn 375. Cathud. Transformers number 32. Pretty rad there. That one's obviously a variant cover. I got to put that one away. The Thing on the Doorstep number 4. Creepy, right? Green Lantern Corps 16. Another facsimile this afternoon, Justice League of America, number 75. And then we turn and we're walking and we're wonking. Wolverine, number 20. Civil War homage. Variant cover. Notice the different styles of Wolverine variant cover. And then they started today a What If variant series for the Stormbreakers. So that is Wolverine. What if he was entirely made out of adamantium? That's kind of cool. That's definitely the cover that I grabbed. That one's pretty rad too. I mean, I like that one. Star Wars Shadows of Maul, number 3. Captain America 11. There's the Civil War homage. Falcon. And then the Spider-Man variant cover, right? Doctor Strange, number 6. Uncanny X-Men, again with the what if. So what if Rogue was the Sorcerer Supreme? That one's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool. That one rocks. Who's been sleeping in my bed? And then the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering homage cover. Null, number 5. Again with the Spider-Man. And I will tell people, I kind of asked around about the Magic card variants. There wasn't a lot of interest in them initially, so I did not order very heavily on them. So I did have one gentleman subscribe to every cover for them, which is going to make them even more limited. So if that is something that you're into, message me ASAP, because otherwise you're almost definitely not going to get it. Black Cat, number 10. Again, with the Magic variant. That one's pretty cool, right? The Peach Momoko. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, number 1, facsimile. Death Spiral body count. So this is the epilogue, the omega of the story, if you will. There's Carnage, Magic cover. So those are pretty rad. Daredevil number 1. This is the second print. I grabbed a few of those. If this is something you're into, let me know immediately too. I only got 3 copies, but I grabbed them just for people that may have missed the number 1. Iron Man What If cover, right? Iron Man's Extremis was a symbiote. Civil War cover. Kind of a cool Hulkbuster-y kind of cover, right? I only have 1 of those, so that one's already spoken for example. Mortal Thor. Again, only 1 of those. Ultimate Endgame 4. Gee, I wonder what happens in that issue. Spoilers much? And then anticipating the release of the new Spider-Man movie, they did Spider-Man Brand New Day. So there's a couple covers there to choose from, right? Magic and Colossus number 4. Couple different covers going on there. And then we turn. Let me get my chair out of the way here. Another new number 1, Hidden Springs. So that one looked kind of cool, a little different. So I grabbed a few of those. Masters of the Universe number 5. I believe this is the last of this story arc. So there's the last He-Man. I know I'm anticipating the movie. Hopefully you guys are as well. Ninja Turtles number 18. I love that cover. I mean, that one's pretty cool too. There's your A cover with the giant monster lurking in the window. And then your Eastman cover, which of course I grabbed that one because duh. Hello Darkness, the crime issue apparently. That's a pretty neato cover, right? I believe he needs to go see a doctor for pink eye. That is not how that's supposed to look. That's pretty gruesome, right? Dungeons and Dragons number 3, the fallbacks. Godzilla versus Texas. That's a big state. That's a lot of people we're battling. Will he make it? I don't know. Only 2 things come from Texas, right? Cheeseburgers and big fat steaks. Something is Killing the Children, number 47. There's some neat covers in there. And then another new number 1, Innards. New sci-fi epic. I thought that looked pretty rad. Give it a whirl. We'll see what happens. And then The Witcher Bloodstone, number 4. That's the last of the Witcher series. So we'll see if they release another one. Now for the bad news. So if you didn't have time to read the article that I sent over about Bleeding Cool, from Bleeding Cool, right? It is a known issue. Lunar had some printing errors where books were coming in damaged. Okay? They are not issuing a recall. I will repeat, they are not issuing a recall. What they are doing is they are immediately throwing these books into a second print, and then they are going to be doing a discounted version of the second print from what I read. And then at that point, you can get a better quality book. They did not want to slow down or disrupt the reading order to essentially address the printing problems. They wanted to make sure the book still hit the market. They wanted to make sure it still got into your hands, and you could still collect the book in a timely manner, right? Now, if you're looking to get the book graded, they did issue a statement to CGC saying that it was a known issue, that it was a printing mistake or a printing error for this book, and CGC will take the damage into account when grading the book. So that means you could still have a book with damage on it and still get your 9.6s and 9.8s in theory. You know, I don't know exactly how they'll address it. You know, if they just kind of vary the damage from light to heavy, and then that's going to kind of vary between your 9.2, 9.6, 9.8, you know, kind of deal, your different benchmarks. I have no idea. Obviously, that's going to be a question and an issue for a later time. All I can tell you is Absolute Martian Manhunter, Absolute Batman, and the Barbara Gordon books all were reported to have damage, right? Now, let me show you something, okay? So, this is the damage we're talking about. These books, these A covers, are all damaged in the exact same spot, right? Okay? So, I don't know if it was a belt or whatever that damaged the books, okay? All A books are damaged. They all vary in damage. So you can see this top one, it's just kind of crimped, right? So there's a little bit of spine damage, there's a little bit of wrinkling, not that bad. Now, if you look at some of these other ones, like look at that one, right? That is a hard spine breaking tick on that one. See, look at those, right? So take that into consideration if you're going to get that graded. That one might be a 9.6 or a 9.8. That one might be a 9.4 or a 9.2. I don't know. I have no idea. So anyway, so that's the A covers. Now, when Marvel and DC moved to these cardstock variants, notice the cardstock has no damage, right? That's pretty clean. Now, there's the A cover. You come in here. See, there's just a little bit of damage, but not near as much. So this one might be a 9.8 copy, right? But all of these books have some kind of indication, right? So that one's more of a fold or a wrinkle, if you will, than actual spine damage. So it's going to vary. It's going to vary wildly, okay? Everybody's still going to get their book, you know? And then when the second prints come out, if you want another book for a collector copy or something to keep in better condition, then that is up to you. But regardless, like I said, Lunar has addressed the issue and is trying to work with collectors, work with CGC to acknowledge exactly what happened. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, so there's Absolute Batman, right? Absolute Martian Manhunter. This was the cover that I grabbed, but like this one, these A's had a pretty hard bend in some of these, and I wasn't real thrilled about some of the damages on those. Again, it varies based on book to book, but that one, that's a pretty cool cover, right? So there's your, there's hardly anything on that one. Right? So it's kind of luck of the draw. I know that some comic book stores had books that were more damaged than others. I think I got kind of lucky, honestly. where, the damages that other comic book stores are showing did not happen to me, right? My A covers on Martian Manhunter, there's a little bit of dirt, there. Maybe I got the books that were the belt broke on versus books that went through with the already broken belt. But yeah, see, I got like dirty books. Yeah, there's a little bit of bend. I can kind of push it up here and show that crease a little bit more. But again, I think I got lucky, which you guys know my luck with distribution. Sometimes I get burned pretty heavily, whereas this time I think I may have skirted that line a little bit. So we'll address it accordingly. This was a new book today too, Stitch, the Mega Collection, or Manga rather, not MAGA, Manga. Transformers ratio cover. There is a Batman 1 in 25 that I was able to get. These ones had a harder damage on those. That's a good wrinkle in that one. So my ratios actually had more damage than my normal A covers. There is a Archie Army of Darkness ratio. There's another Turtle black-white ratio. 1 in 25 Spider-Man, and then I've got new Dynamite things. Here's Back Issue magazine. I got a new one of those. And then a Cryptology magazine. Those all came out today as well. I know that I tend to skip over those a lot of times. I get in a hurry and kind of blow through all the cool stuff and leave it up to you guys to either come in and ask about it, or I shove it in your face when you come in and go, look, I forgot about this. It's totally cool, and you should totally collect it. It's not as good as Marvel Comics #1, but it's still cool. Anyway, so there's all the books for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, message me accordingly. I will do what I can, where I can, when I can. When it comes to the Batman books, please don't message me and say, hey, I want the best one you can find for this cover, because it's gonna slow me down. I mean, there's gonna be, like I said, everything's got some damage. Obviously I'll try to catch what I can, and leave the more damaged books on the shelf for my walk-ins versus my subscribers, and try to give my subscribers a little bit of a benefit, and try to work with you and get you better copies, when I can. That's just the perk of being a subscriber with the beard. So we'll see what happens from there. So again, have a good day. And then we'll see what we can, or see each other in a little bit, right? So bye, web slingers. I'll see you guys later. Excelsior.